Hello, this is homework for Monday, December 7th. Only 2 weeks until Christmas vacation. Yay! Okay, so your first sheet for homework, it looks like there's a lot on that sheet, but technically there are only 2 problems. So I'm going to show you how to do those 2 problems. You should already have attempted it or have it done, and you're just checking your answers on this video. So they gave us a table and a graph. And the equation, which is nice of them, and the situation. So they're telling you in 4 different ways the situation. We have your friends going to the state fair, and it costs $6 to get in, and then $2 each time you go on a ride. Now they show that on the graph, so right here, your number of rides. So before you ride any rides, you have to pay $6. Now at one ride, they're adding $2 each time. And I see that on the graph. At one ride, I'm going up from $6 to $2 because I pay $6 to get in, and I go up $2 for one ride. And then same with my equation. Y equals $2 per ride plus $6 to get in. So the first question is, what is the slope of the graph? Well, I can show the slope in many ways. I can look at the graph and put in a slope triangle on my graph. Let me put that in red. So I can go up 2 over 1. The reason I say up 2 is because the y-axis is counting by 2. So from 6 to 8 is 2, or from 8 to 10 is 2, and over 1. So I write that as 2 over 1 equals 2, which is my slope. I also see it in my table by doing carets. 6 to 8 is adding 2, 8 to 10 is adding 2, and over here 1. And I do my y divided by x, so 2 divided by 1 is also 2. And then I also see it in my equation right here, 2. And I'll underline that. Maybe. Okay, so you should show on your paper, I want to see in order to get full credit that you showed on your graph how to find the slope or the constant rate, and then in your table how to find the constant rate, and circle or highlight in your equation the constant rate of 2. So slope equals 2. Now it also says, where do you see the slope in the equation? I already addressed that, but I want you to label it. So let me get a different color here. So the 2, label it slope. Okay, and then what does the slope represent in the context? Well, according to this problem, the slope means that you pay $2 per ride. Okay, keyword is per, that means 1. So for one ride I pay $2. Okay, so I should see each of these things on your paper in order for you to get credit. Now problem number 2 says, what is the y-intercept of the graph? Where do you see the y-intercept in the equation? What does the y-intercept represent in the context? So again, we can see the y-intercept in several different ways. Up here right away in the story problem, it says it costs $6 just to get in. That's my y-intercept there. In the table, it's where x is 0, what y is. You should be able to circle that to show me you know where to find the y-intercept. On my graph, it's where my line crosses the y-axis, which is at the 6. And then in my equation, I see it here as well. Okay, so what is the y-intercept? Y-intercept equals 6. Where do you see it in your equation? I want to make sure you have it circled or underlined or highlighted, but I also want you to label it to get your full points. So 6 should be labeled y-intercept. And then what does that mean in order of the situation? It means at 0 rides, you pay $6. So it's really, sorry, that's not 6. It's really important that you show that it's at 0 rides, you pay $6. A lot of you might still say, oh, it's the starting cost, or it's the starting to get in. But in order to get credit for these answers like this, you have to say at 0 something, you pay something. Alright, and that is all for Monday. See you guys tomorrow.